And this story that we are following obviously very closely today for you. Thousands of Muslim Brotherhood supporters are now marching on downtown Cairo. We understand that they are building barricades along the side of the streets to protect themselves from the other side, and it is called a day of rage that they have called for in response to the bloody military crackdown that we have witnessed the past few days. Meanwhile, here at home, some critics have something to say about the president's response on all this to the violence in Egypt after he weighed in on the chaos from his summer rental home. Watch this.
The United States strongly condemns the steps that have been taken by Egypt's interim government and security forces. We deplore violence against civilians. We support universal rights essential to human dignity, including the right to peaceful protest.
Well, Bob Beckel is a former Democratic campaign manager and co-host of The Five, and Myra Miller is an advisor to congressional Republicans and a senior vice president of the Winston Group. Welcome to both of you. So good to have you here this morning, both of you. So Bob, the discussion was, you know, we were asking ourselves when that played, because we got an audio version of it first yesterday from Martha's Vineyard, and then later on we got the video version. And by the time we got the video version, we later learned that the president had gone to play a round of golf. Everybody knows the president's on vacation. The question is that a smart way to present the president in terms of how he's handling this crisis while he's on vacation?
Well, no, I think a better choice would have been to have him go knit. We kidding each other. I mean, the guy's on vacation. He's going to play golf. What is he going to do? It's about Egypt beyond the statement he made. I mean, perfectly legitimate. And, you know, he gets more heat for golf than I used to get for my grades, which were never very good. But, you know, I think you just have to give him a break.
Myra, give him a break?
I think this issue points out sort of two problems for the president. The first, as you point out, Martha, is visual. You know, this situation has exploded at a time when the president's on vacation in Martha's Vineyard. So optically, that's not a good moment for him. But more importantly, from the substance side, you know, we talked about this on this program before, and that is there is a lack of a cohesive foreign policy doctrine from this administration, and that has been one of the complaints from congressional leaders. And so what they are trying to get some clarity on is exactly what sort of outcomes and objectives he's trying to achieve in the region.
You know, Bob, I know that you think it's silly to discuss this golf thing, and I understand where you're coming from on that, because I agree with you that the president, every president needs a break, and I think the American people completely accept that. What I'm talking about, though, is the perception, and sometimes perceptions are important in terms of how seriously something's being taken. So might it not have been wise to say, you know, today the president, of course he's on vacation, but he's going to spend some time in the office, in the house that they are spending the weekend. He'll be talking to Chuck Hagel, he'll be talking to John Kerry, and, you know, maybe present pictures of him doing that, because then the American people get the impression, which I'm sure is the case, we assume, that he is being briefed on this, rather than what happened yesterday, which is, does it send the wrong signal?
Well, you know, I suppose if you had to choreograph it, it may have been better that he had Hagel come up and, you know, other people come up and he does a meeting and that sort of thing. But I really don't think the American people begrudge the president doing what he wants to do on a vacation, and also understand that there's very little he can do. I mean, that's the problem here. This is Egypt. It's the center of the Muslim community, and it is a complicated and difficult situation. So I think I understand what you're saying about the visuals, but I don't think you could choreograph these things down to